Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Greenply.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 2 years ago, the Malegaon blast accused, Sadhvi Pragya, spoke to me about the terrible torture and open fixing in the Malegaon blast probe by the then ATS. Tonight, there are sensational new details with Republic about how a narco test was conducted on the accused, but shockingly, never relied on. Now, why was it that the true statements of the accused were not cited? What was the intention? What was the fixing? What did the ATS do with the narco tests? And at a time when 29 witnesses in that case have turned hostile. Ladies and gentlemen, 29 witnesses have turned hostile, and the so-called mainstream media will not even report the story. I believe the narco test will reveal the truth. I believe that this was a case of a gigantic fraud and an incredible case of injustice. And starting tonight, we are once again putting the spotlight back on the Malegaon case. Because it's not the Malegaon case. It is the hashtag Malegaon lie. This is just the start. Take a look and then we debate if this was really an investigation or a massive lie.
14 years ago, after the Malegaon blast, Sadhvi Pragya, Lieutenant Colonel Purohit and others were arrested.
Now, a bailable warrant has been issued against an ATS officer for not appearing before the special NI court in connection with the 2008 Malegaon case.
Slowly but surely the truth about the Malegaon investigation is spilling out. 29 key witnesses have turned hostile.
And now Republic has access exclusive details as to how Malegaon accused say that the narco analysis conducted by the anti-terrorist squad will prove their innocence. In fact, accused Major Ramesh Upadhyay has sought narco analysis details from various courts of law, but that has been turned down.
Republic deep dive into the case and found how the doctors who conducted the narco analysis of Lieutenant Colonel Purohit claim that they have handed over the CD to the ATS in 2008. RTI responses confirm this.
Sources say the details of the narco analysis and the polygraph test flies in the face of the ATS probe findings. If that's not the case, then why exactly wouldn't the ATS rely on the narco test findings?
Sadhvi Pragya has already revealed scathing details of the conspiracy to fix her and others.
परमवीर सिंह एक बहुत ही आतताई, बहुत ही अत्याचारी और बहुत ही निम्न स्तर का व्यक्ति है और गैर कानूनी गतिविधियों में लिप्त है ये व्यक्ति, क्योंकि जिस व्यक्ति ने हमें यानी मुझे जेल में डाल करके और हम जैसे राष्ट्रभक्तों को जेल में डाल करके जिन्हें पीटने का अधिकार नहीं होता है, उसने इतनी भयानक यातनाएं दी कि शायद परतंत्र काल में भी इतनी यातनाएं किसी महिला को नहीं दी गई हैं।
Tonight, all those who enabled a Saffron terror narrative relying on the Malegaon case must answer. Republic will pursue the Malegaon truth and expose this Malegaon fraud. Let's debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this investigation, I am joined by our senior correspondent with me in the studio, Alisha Nair, and we are also joined by our senior editor, who's heading this investigation, Shawan Sen. Now, I will put the evidence on the record so that nobody says we have a political angle in this. We have an ideological angle. You see what happens, MR? The moment I start saying Malegaon lie, these people will say, oh, right-wing Arnab Goswami, right-wing Republic, protecting Malegaon. But it was a lie, it was a lie. So I'll go by the facts. I welcome Sameer Kulkarni, accused in the Malegaon case. I welcome from Abhinav Bharat, Milind Joshi Rao. Milind Joshi Rao, I don't know if you can hear me, from Abhinav Bharat. Lokesh Jindal of the Congress, Vivek Srivastav. Tala Amir Rashidi, Professor Samina Dalwai, faculty member of the Jindal Global Law School, well-known author, and Haji Hassan Ahmad, Muslim scholar, all of us on the debate. Thank you very much. I have a simple piece of evidence I would like to please present before you. I'll let Shravan and Alisha present. I'll just say one line before they present. Viewers, if you gather evidence, you must share it. If you get evidence, you must use it. Or you must tell me where it was used in the investigation. Now there is a person, a great patriot called Colonel Shrikant Purohit, who was fixed. And we are all proud that this man today wears olive green, is wearing the uniform and is serving the military as a serving army officer. This man, there was an attempt to disgrace him. Now he was put through a polygraph lie detector test as per some documents with us, and Shravan will take it up from here along with Alisha. Please listen to what Shravan has. Shravan, over to you.
Well, in fact, the narco analysis was basically done with all the accused, starting with Colonel Purohit, and he's detailed it out in a letter that has been written as to how exactly he was tortured. Now, it turns out ATS does the narco analysis, but never relies on the narco analysis. Now, why exactly is the narco analysis done? It is because they believe that there is inconsistency, they want the truth to be out.
Yes.
That is the reason why today every Malegaon accused in this case is now asking this simple question. Why did you not rely on the narco analysis that was done by you? When all the accused had given their signature, they had signed the documents, they had given their approval that the narco analysis should be done. Now, take a look at this particular document. In this document, this is a document. Can we go a little closer, please, the camera, please? Thank you. This is a document. Zoom in on this. Yeah. Signed by.
Please listen carefully, viewers.
The Office of the Director of FSL in Bangalore. He makes a mention of the fact that there was division. Bangalore was found stating that the CD of narco analysis conducted on Lieutenant Colonel Purohit, accused in the Malegaon blast case, has been submitted to the ATS Mumbai report as per the court orders. Further, no information available whether narco analysis test has been conducted on accused Sudhakar, Onkar Nath Chaturvedi and Major Ramesh Upadhyay.
What is the date of this document?
This document is just after, on 8th May 2013 is when it comes as a reply, as an RTI application.
So when someone puts an RTI application in 2013, they want the details of the narco analysis that has been carried out, singularly in the case of, say, one Malegaon accused, Sudhakar Chaturvedi, and the document says that it is following up on a CD of a narco analysis that has been conducted on Lieutenant Colonel Shrikant Purohit, which has been submitted to the ATS. RTI reply in the first paragraph says, we don't have any information. We don't even have any information, it says, on whether narco analysis tests have been carried out at all or not. We don't have information on the narco analysis on Sudhakar, Onkar Nath Chaturvedi or Ramesh Upadhyay or Shrikant Purohit. Now, question being, did the ATS not have the narco tests of the rest? Did they not have the narco test of Shrikant Purohit? Shravan?
Why was it not brought on record? Why was it not brought on record? That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. The reason being this, now all the accused, in fact, Samir Kulkarni, who's joining us, can also come in a little later and tell you. The fact here is that
Vivek has started talking over you already, Shravan. Vivek, can you kindly let Shravan complete? It's very important.
Just hold on.
This information goes out in public domain.
Now the reason, the authenticity of the narco analysis is in a CD. So the Malegaon accused, they are now going to the court and they are saying that please give us a copy of the CD.
Yes.
And they are saying, in return, they are being told that you can't be given because it was never relied upon.
Why was it not relied upon?
And the question is that their investigation goes complete. The truth comes out. The truth comes out in the narco analysis test. That's why the police essentially relies on it. But in this particular case, it wasn't done.
You are compelled to give it. There is a Supreme Court judgment. Sasikala was a state of Karnataka where even not relied on documents have to be given to the defendant if they want it.
And MR, there is more. MR, let me explain this out. No, 1 minute. Lokesh, before you continue, I'll bring Sanju on the left, but I want Alisha to share something also. Just one very important point I want to share before I come to you, Sanju, because the details are only beginning to come out. And viewers, I have no doubt that the people of this country will eventually remember the reporting we are putting out tonight. You see, viewers, We have with us a plea which has been filed by Malegaon accused Ramesh Upadhyay in the City and Sessions Court of Greater Bombay on 1st September 2012. There is a 10-page document. He explains his reasons for seeking the narco analysis reports. He says, and I'm holding it up, viewers, in my hand here. He says that the narco analysis will serve as his defense. I will go to page 6 of this, Alisha, and you can read this part out. I'll hand it over to you. What he says, Ramesh Upadhyay, you can read this part out which we have underlined. It's fantastic. He says in page 6, I've underlined the part, he is saying why I want the details of the narco analysis report. I mean, the man has a right. He's an accused. Chidambaram and company want to hang him. He has a right as a citizen of India to say, can you please produce the narco analysis report? Can you read out page 6.6, please, Alisha? What does he say?
So it's clearly mentioned that I sought it through the Honorable Court. On rejection, I went to the Honorable High Court at both places. Prosecution said that they are not relying on the report.
They are not relying on the report, okay.
I was not seeking the report for reliance of the prosecution. I was seeking it to defend.
So he wants the report to defend, but very interestingly, Sanju, the report has vanished. It's vanished. In the UPA 2 term, the report on the basis of which they are doing the investigation has vanished. And on page 5, a very telling statement, Ramesh Upadhyay says, see page 5, there's a very telling statement. Ramesh Upadhyay says, the narco analysis report, my daughter is married to a Christian family and therefore I will never be communal. He wants to say, I'm not a communal man. I'm not a Saffron terrorist. I am not a Hindutva terrorist, as Chidambaram and Sushil Shinde and Sonia Gandhi's government wanted us to believe. But where's the narco report, Alisha? Where's the narco report? That 2008 paper, what does it show?
Well, Arnab, I just need to show you, this is the clarification regarding notice issued by DG and IG, which clearly says that Colonel Purohit was subjected for narco analysis with regards to Malegaon blast.
Correct.
The ATS Mumbai has framed the question related to the blast. The question given by ATS did not have anything related to Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ashram. Hence, such questions were never asked for Colonel Purohit during narco analysis. The original CD, as per the directions of the court, has already been submitted to ATS. The report will be prepared after the CD is submitted back for the preparation of the report.
So this is one more proof, and now I'll begin the debate. The letter by the doctor who conducted the narco analysis, the director of the Forensic Science Laboratory in Madiwala in Bengaluru, then signed by the assistant director of the Forensic Laboratory, reveals that the original CD, as per the directions of the court, has been submitted to the ATS. ATS refuses to use the report. ATS withholds the narco test. ATS does not send the original reports. ATS hides the report. ATS does not make the narco analysis report public, and ATS buries the narco analysis report. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a huge lie. The entire case is a fraud, I argue tonight, and now we'll open up the debate. Sanju is on the debate. New and stunning details coming out. Sanju.
Thank you, Arnab. Arnab.
Just quiet for a bit. Let Sanju come in. The debate is hot. You'll get your turn. Lokesh, everybody will get their turn. Yes, Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, first and foremost, I applaud your team for those stunning details because, Sadhvi Pragya is being undermined. Her credibility is being undermined even as we speak, despite the fact that she's been, abdicated of charges under Makoka, and as far as the UAPA charges go, that is still under trial. The very lobby which says that Umar Khalid ka trial chalu hai, don't declare him as a terrorist, has the audacity to say Sadhvi Pragya is a terrorist, despite the fact that her case is also under trial under UAPA. Now, apart from the things that you have mentioned, there are some very important details. I also did some homework before coming to your show, Arnab, and the fact is that the fact that the ATS did not table and make public and take on board
the narco analysis report prepared by the forensic laboratory, that is completely not done. But more importantly, let me please finish. There are a few things that I need to tell your audience.
Yeah,
there are a few things I need to tell your audience. There is the statement by the ex-DGP of Mumbai, P.S. Pasricha. There is a statement by the ex-Superintendent of Police, Mr. S. Rajyavardhan. There is a statement by the UN Sanctions Committee which conducted an impartial probe into both the Malegaon blast and the Samjhauta Express. There is an independent probe conducted by US journalist Sebastian Rotella, and there is also the statement by Prashant Sitre, who was then the NIA chief. Remember, the NIA took over this case of Malegaon blast on the 1st of April 2011. And Prashant Sitre, the then NIA chief, is on record to say that apart from circumstantial evidence, there was nothing to nail either Colonel Purohit or Sadhvi Pragya or Samir Kulkarni or Sudhakar Dwivedi or Sudhakar Chaturvedi or Ajay Rahirkar, the key accused in the Malegaon blast. Now, I want to ask the Congress party, then NIA chief Prashant Sitre, was not appointed by the BJP. The NIA chief was appointed by your Home Minister then, P. Chidambaram. Is P. Chidambaram going to deny his own NIA chief's?
Where is P. Chidambaram?
Where is P. Chidambaram?
Where is P. Chidambaram today?
There was only circumstantial evidence. Now, on the basis of circumstantial evidence, you demonized Sadhvi Pragya for 9 long years. She was stripped naked by male police officers.
Oh, yes, she was.
Forced to watch porn. She was, not allowed even basic medical facilities. She can barely walk today. She went through harrowing times trying to get treatment for cancer. I think even the basic rights of Sadhvi Pragya,
we have the shots of then when she was being interrogated.
Were denied to her without a proper trial. And this Lutyens Lashkar Khan market gang have the audacity to equate Sadhvi Pragya with the likes of an Umar Khalid.
Shame. Expose them all.
Where he clearly says, आग लगाने का वक्त आ चुका है, सिर्फ भाषण से कुछ नहीं होगा. What statement?
Are you going to?
Yeah, it is a debate.
Do you have against Sadhvi Pragya?
This lady is simply uttering all forms of lies. Now, please tell me, madam. Is narco analysis
spokesperson?
Tell me one thing. No, you don't tell me who I am and who I am not. You don't know anything. Because you are a woman who utters any rubbish without even knowing what is truth and what is not. What do you know about me? What do you know about my background? What do you know about me? Your knowledge about me is nothing similar to what you don't know about anything else. You just come over here to make
I ask you, 1 minute, just 1 minute. Lokesh, 1 minute. Sanju, it's a very serious matter. It's a very, very serious case. Let's go back. No, 1 minute. Give me a moment, please. We are on a very serious turn in the case.
Woman does not know.
Now, 1 minute, please. Stop any personal remarks on either side. Her name is not woman. Her name is Sanju Verma.
Yes,
Mr. Man, her name is Sanju Verma.
Matter to me what her name is. I just know that this.
No. You stop referring to as woman. Her name is Sanju Verma.
I don't want to call her out by her name.
Am I referring to you as you guy?
No.
Am I calling you guy?
Do not expect me to respect such form of.
So don't make these patronizing sexist remarks on my program.
How to behave.
Okay, now let's go back to the debate. We are on a serious turn. Okay. Can I? I'll tell you sometime back on my program, about a couple of years back, Shravan, Sadhvi Pragya had come on my program and she gave me the ghastly details of what happened to her and the role of this. What do I call him? What do I call this man? Parambir Singh. Or what Parambir Singh allegedly did to her and with her. what she said. And I have the pictures. I will not allow anyone to diminish what Sadhvi Pragya was made to go through. And I think it's a tragedy that in this country, after this gigantic lie, you people have the gall to call Sadhvi Pragya a terrorist, and you people have the gall to call Colonel Purohit names. Colonel Purohit names. I want to show you what they did to Sadhvi Pragya. I have the pictures. Do you have the pictures of her coming out in a stretcher? Do I have the pictures of her coming out in a stretcher after being tortured? She was unable to walk, ladies and gentlemen. Reduce the volume of the cake. Look at the pictures tonight. This is Sadhvi Pragya. This is Sadhvi Pragya in her youth. People of India, watch. Watch MR. She was brutalized and tortured. In such a way, she was brought out on a stretcher. She was brought out on a stretcher. She was traumatized. She was psychologically brutalized. And the scars of those remain today. I say she's a very strong woman to have gone through this when this was a lie. And we now need to address the truth. MR is on the debate right now. MR, fundamental point tonight. Fundamental point tonight. A group, in my view, wanted to balance things out by saying, you know, Hindus are terrorists.
Yes.
Hindus are terrorists.
Yes.
It's not only jihadi terror, there is Hindu terror, Hindu terrorism, Saffron terror, Chidambaram. And they went to this extent to concoct this lie. Shawan as well wanted to make a point. Shawan.
And
one, Shawan.
Along with Sadhvi Pragya, let's not forget, Lieutenant Colonel Purohit has now documented the kind of torture that was made to go Parambir Singh.
Yes.
By Parambir Singh.
Was once again doing the same with Lieutenant Colonel Purohit, beating him up in that custody, and he's now put it on record.
And the question therefore goes very factual points again. Massive revelation.
Why are you so sympathetic to an individual who is accused of terrorism?
No, because it has been because
accused by whom, on the basis of what evidence? In which case?
Systematic exploitation by your people. Systematic exploitation by ATS, which planted RDX in Colonel's house. Do you know this fact?
What do you mean by your people? What is your people?
Because your government, you support this type of people.
He refers to the government.
Only.
What do you think?
Sadhvi Pragya can be a Sharif lady because she is alleged of terrorism.
Yes.
Why couldn't you show the same sympathy, the same strength, the same locus for Umar Khalid, for Miran Haider, for Ishrat Jahan, for Safura Zargar,
this gentleman
for Gulfisha?
This question.
Why don't you show the same sympathy, the same sympathy?
And this is how
selective outrage? Why this?
No, this is what the. This is what
one
your
minute.
minister is doing. This is what your
Okay, 1 minute. Let's go back to the facts of the case. Let's go back. MR, I go back to the facts of the case. I go back to the facts of the case. I know a lot of people are uncomfortable, but I know a lot of people are watching. A lot of people are watching tonight, and they're only beginning to ask questions. And I have with me Milind Joshi Rao of Abhinav Bharat on the left, and he will be on the debate. He will be on the debate with Tala Amir Rashidi. Tala Amir Rashidi and Milind Joshi Rao are on the debate. Tala Amir Rashidi is the spokesperson of the Rashtriya Ulama Council, and Milind Joshi Rao is president of Abhinav Bharat. Milind, my question is, what happened to the narco?
Why is this double standard? Why?
Can you let me ask the question?
No. Why don't we?
Can you let me ask the question? Rashid, am I accusing you? Am I accusing you? No, but am I accusing you? Why don't you let me ask the question?
It's not about accusing me. If you're talking about a certain alleged terrorist outfit, if you're talking about certain alleged terrorist activities, certain alleged terrorist individuals, why don't you show the same compassion?
Listen, this allegation of terrorism, I don't believe in. Let me tell you, Tala, now if you're asking a question, I'm responding, though you're not meant to ask questions. I'm responding, but you can't speak over me when I'm responding, okay? Because I'm making much more sense here. Question is, I first of all don't believe that this was an act of Hindu terrorism. I believe that if there is nothing contentious in the narco reports, then where are the reports? So why were they buried? I am not asking you, I am asking someone else to speak. You must understand, the polygraph test shows that attempts to deceive on the question related to involvement is the point which has been made in a plea filed by Malegaon accused Ramesh Upadhyay in the City and Sessions Court on 1st September 2012. Today we are 2022. 10 years have passed, Milind. 10 years have passed. The truth is coming out after tens of years. And the truth better come out. What's the truth about these narco tests here, Milind? Were they concealed deliberately?
I'll tell you, Arnab, that these CDs would never come out. Or nobody will be able to see that because all these things have been deliberately buried. Let me tell that gentleman why this is not a terrorist case. Do you really believe that the Indian Army would keep Colonel Purohit still in the services despite being accused of a bomb blast case in India? The Army is wholeheartedly and fully supporting the Colonel. Even today he's serving. So that proof itself is that there was no terrorism involved into it. Then I would like to ask the question, then why Abhinav Bharat, Colonel Purohit, Sadhvi were targeted?
On the right, I'll get I'll have to check. Haji Hassan Ahmad, please, because you're interrupting. Yeah, please let him complete, please. Let's listen to each other. Please continue, Milind.
Abhinav Bharat was an organization raised by military intelligence to keep check on networks which were disrupting India. Yes, Abhinav Bharat is a civilian organization, but it used to work, it is still working for military intelligence. Officers like Colonel Purohit went out of the box, of course, with a mandate, which I believe, and had these ideas that the civilians should be involved in taking out all these terrorist activities which are happening in India right now as well as then. And the main reason behind all these things were that the Congress government wanted to put a terrorist tag on the Hindus, point number one, and there was something else which Colonel Purohit and the papers which have been produced into the court now will prove that Colonel Purohit, military intelligence, Abhinav Bharat were banged behind Dawood Ibrahim's Hawala racket during that time, and somebody was getting very, 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 very pareshan because of all these activities, and that is the reason why Colonel Purohit was involved deliberately into this conspiracy.
So,
anybody wants to know the facts about it, go to the court, obtain the papers. There are military officers who have confessed all these things in the court of law. I wouldn't name them. That won't be appropriate. Anybody wanting more proof, go to the courts and obtain all these papers for yourself. That's it.
So Haji Hassan Ahmad, what is emerging is that there was no case here. There was no case. It was an absolute figment of somebody's imagination. Otherwise, why would the RTI say there is no information? The RTI sought by the accused Sudhakar Chaturvedi from the FSI lab says no information is available on whether the narco analysis test has been conducted on the accused Sudhakar Omkarnath Chaturvedi and Ramesh Upadhyay or not. Why is the lab which carried out not having the information about the narco tests? Which means there's an attempt to bury it. You understand, these are great facts. Haji Sahab, ये भी देखिए, ATS ने टेस्ट को यूज ही नहीं किया, यानी कि टेस्ट को दबाया गया, यानी कि सच्चाई को दबाई गई, पूरी एक थियरी बनाई गई कि हिंदू टेररिस्ट है. ये बैलेंसिंग आउट की कोशिश की. इससे बड़ी झूठ इस देश में क्या हो सकती है?
अर्नब, झूठ तो पूरी दुनिया में एक तरह से फैलाई गया है. Arnab, I am not spoken English in very well, so I am continue in Hindi. तो झूठ तो एक तरह से एक मिथक तो पूरी दुनिया में इस्लामिक टेररिस्ट कह के भी फैलाया गया है. जो टेररिस्ट है, जो आतंकवादी है, जो दहशतगर्द है, उसका पीस से क्या मतलब? इस्लाम मजहब है पीस का, इस्लाम मजहब है सलामती का, इस्लाम मजहब भाईचारे का. उसको भी तो उसी तरह से बदनाम किया गया जब बार बार इस्लामिक टेररिस्ट. मैं मान सकता हूं कि आपकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन जो है बिल्कुल 100% सही होगी. आपने जो कहा कि एक मिथक था, एक स्टोरी थी, एक गढ़ी गई, तो इसका मतलब है कि सरकारें इसी तरह की स्टोरियां गढ़ती है, इसी तरह की स्टोरियां गढ़ती है. जो 18 साल लोग बाइज्जत बरी होके आ रहे हैं, तो उसके बाद भी यानी कि सरकारें स्टोरियां गढ़ती हैं. एजेंसियां जो हैं सरकार के प्रेशर में काम करती हैं. तो हमें तो अपना पूरा सिस्टम ही रीजनरेट करना पड़ेगा. अब बताइए, जब एजेंसियां सरकार के एक वर्ग विशेष के प्रभाव में काम करती हो, जिस जगह पे जहां एजेंसियां किसी को भी आतंकवादी बना देती हो, तो इससे बड़ी खतरनाक बात और क्या हो सकती है? हमें तो
रिव्यू करना पड़ेगा। आप
ये तो बहुत ही खतरनाक बात है कि नार्को टेस्ट की रिपोर्ट्स दबा दी गई, तरह तरह की रिपोर्ट्स दबा दी गई और एक मनगढ़ंत बात जो है सिद्ध कर दी गई। शायद ये उसी तरह से है जिस तरह से इस्लामिक आतंकवाद, भाई आतंकवाद जो नफरत फैलाता है, जो लोगों को कत्ल करता है, जो मजहब सलामती और भाईचारे का उसका नाम लेके आतंकवाद को परोसना, ये कहां से जायज था?
क्या मैं एक कुछ कह सकता हूं आपको हाजी साहब?
जी 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 बिल्कुल।
आप इस बारे में सोचिए, अगर मैं पूछूं कि हमारी एजेंसियां इतनी खराब है, हमारी एजेंसियां से खराब कोई चीज़ ही नहीं है, तो ये बताइए कौन सी भारतीय एजेंसी ने ओसामा बिन लादेन को फिक्स किया? किस भारतीय एजेंसी ने अयमान अल-जवारी के खिलाफ झूठे सबूत लाए? आप समझने की कोशिश कीजिए, वास्तविकता कुछ अलग है, वास्तविकता अलग है। इस मुद्दे पे अगर मैं पूछूं आपको, और मैं चाहता हूं कि आप इस बात को बिल्कुल न्यूट्रल तरीके से देखें, 29 विटनेस हॉस्टाइल हो चुके हैं, 29 विटनेस हॉस्टाइल हो चुके हैं, यानी कि केस गिर चुकी है हाजी साहब। अब बस कोर्ट का कहने में कमी है, ये झूठ थी, ये प्रमाणित हो गई है।
नहीं अर्नब, बिल्कुल
मैं तो इसी केस के बारे में कह रहा हूं ना हाजी साहब, ये जो हिंदू टेररिज्म, हिंदू आतंकवाद की थ्योरी को लपेट के चुनाव में, हर चुनाव में कहा जाता था हिंदू आतंकवादी है, आतंकवादी हिंदू टेररिज्म।
Whose motorcycle was it on which the bombs were planted?
आवाज नहीं आ रही।
इस्लाम से क्या ताल्लुक?
मैं आपके मुद्दे में बाद में आऊंगा, पहले क्या हाजी साहब,
इसका मत
हाजी साहब एक मिनट, संजू है आपके साथ डिबेट पे।
इस्लामिक टेररिज्म पर डिबेट नहीं कर रहे हैं।
उन्हीं ने सरकार के प्रेशर में, एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के प्रेशर में ये रिपोर्ट दी। यही तो साबित होता है ना आपकी रिपोर्ट से।
आप मुझे ये बताइए हाजी साहब, एक बताए, आप मेरी बात सुनिए, उसके बाद मैं संजू आपके पास आ रहा हूं। ये जो तस्वीरें मैं ऑन एयर दिखा रहा हूं, देखिए हाजी साहब, इस बात को ना मैं हिंदू की तौर से ना आप मुसलमान की तौर से इसको देखेंगे, हम इसको भारतीय नागरिक होते हुए हम इस विजुअल को देखेंगे। आप मुझे बताइए, आज ये जो तस्वीरें हैं, इनके नाम है साध्वी प्रज्ञा। अगर ये सारी केस इनके खिलाफ झूठी थी, क्योंकि सारे विटनेस हॉस्टाइल हो गए, पूरी नार्को रिपोर्ट ही झूठी निकली, उस पर रिलाई नहीं की गई, यानी कि पूरी केस फर्जी थी, तो आपको क्या लगता नहीं है बुरा कि हाजी साहब इनको हमने हिंदू आतंकवादी कहा? पिछले 20 सालों से, 15-20 सालों से इनको हमने कहा कि ये हिंदू आतंकवादी है साध्वी प्रज्ञा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
आपको खराब नहीं लगता हाजी साहब?
नहीं,
आप मुझे नहीं बताइए, आज
इस केस को रीओपन होना चाहिए। मैं मानता हूं कि इस केस को रीओपन होना चाहिए। इसमें जितने भी जिम्मेदार थे उन सबको सजा होनी चाहिए। अगर ऐसा किया गया है तो यही वक्त होगा कि इस केस को रीओपन होना चाहिए, और इनमें जितने भी अधिकारी, जितनी भी एजेंसियों के जो अधिकारी थे, या पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों के नेता थे, या चाहे हमारा चीफ मिनिस्टर और प्राइम मिनिस्टर ही क्यों ना था, उसके ऊपर भी केस चलना चाहिए।
तो खोलिए उस समय के चीफ मिनिस्टर, प्राइम मिनिस्टर पर सवाल उठाइए। जी, संजू आ रही है डिबेट में, उसके बाद सब बिल्कुल
आपके चैनल के माध्यम से सवाल उठा रहा हूं। अगर ये सब कुछ झूठा था आपकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन के हिसाब से, तो बिल्कुल
हो जाइए, मुझे बोलने दीजिए। हाजी साहब शांत हो जाइए, मैंने आपकी बात बड़े धैर्य से सुनी, अभी मुझे बोलने दीजिए। धन्यवाद। और सिंस ही स्पोक इन हिंदी, लेट मी रिप्लाई इन हिंदी। पहली बात तो ये, आप जो कहते हैं कि आतंक को धर्म के आईने से नहीं देखना चाहिए, तो मैं आपको यह कह दूं कि रैडिकल इस्लामिस्ट टेरर एक हकीकत है, और ये मैं नहीं कह रही, ये बीजेपी नहीं कहती। अभी चुप हो जाइए, बीच में टोकिए मत, बीच में टोकिए मत।
ये भी हकीकत था, अगर वो हकीकत है तो ये भी हकीकत था।
This man is going on and on and on. No, please सुनिए।
मैंने हिंदी में बात कीजिए।
आपको मैंने टोका नहीं, आपको मैंने टोका नहीं, आप कभी थोड़ी देर धैर्य धैर्य से मेरी बात सुनिए।
इसका मतलब ये इस वजह से ये लाइसेंस नहीं मिल जाता आपको क्या?
एक मिनट हाजी साहब आप आज देखिए हाजी साहब, आज सब लोग भावुक तो होंगे ना। नहीं एक मिनट हाजी साहब एक मिनट, संजू दो एक मिनट दीजिए, मैं कंट्रोल करता हूं डिबेट को, एक मिनट हाजी साहब देखिए, आज बहुत लोग भावुक होंगे और उसके कारण मैं आपको बताता हूं, है ना, क्योंकि 15 सालों से ये कांग्रेस, ये वाड्रा कांग्रेस की सरकार और उनके सारे मंत्री विशेष उनके पुलिस अफसरों ने कहा है कि हिंदू आतंकवादी है, आतंकवादी हिंदू है। और ये जो हमारे साथ बैठे हैं ना समीर कुलकर्णी, है ना, जो खड़े हैं इस बार आप देख रहे हैं ना स्क्रीन पे, ये कहते हैं कि समीर कुलकर्णी एक बहुत बड़ा हिंदू आतंकवादी है, खूंखार आदमी है, कभी भी किसी को मार सकता है, ऐसी थ्योरी बनाई गई। नहीं समीर साहब, मैं आपके बारे में नहीं कह रहा, मैं कह रहा हूं थ्योरी जो बनाई गई,
बता दीजिए ना,
थ्योरी बनाई गई ना कि सारे आतंकवादी है, तो लोग तो भावुक होंगे जब सच्चाई सामने आती है। संजू कुछ कहना चाहती है आपको, संजू बोलिए।
भावुक होने में
होंगे भावुक,
हाजी साहब अभी चुप हो जाइए, आपकी बात मैंने सुनी है, अभी थोड़ा शांत हो जाइए।
भावुक होना
you will have to moderate the debate.
लेकिन दूसरे
This man cannot continue to heckle everybody else.
एलिगेशन लगाइए।
May I please?
हाजी साहब थोड़ा कंट्रोल कीजिए अपने आप।
तो अभी भी कह रहे हैं कि साध्वी प्रज्ञा स्टिल हिंदू फनाटिक। हम तो अभी भी कह रहे हैं, हम तो अभी भी उनको कह रहे हैं कि
I will have to request Vivek, Samir Kulkarni in the middle of the screen. We'll have the top band and action. And I'm getting Sanju Verma to respond right now. Sanju Verma बाईं तरफ स्क्रीन पर, संजू वर्मा दाहिने तरफ तला अमीर रशीदी और बीच में हमारे समीर कुलकर्णी। संजू कुछ कहेंगी पहले, उसके बाद मैं डिबेट को आगे ले जाऊंगा। संजू।
थैंक यू। और अब हाजी साहब ने कहा कि इस्लामिक टेरर नामक कोई चीज है ही नहीं, तो उनको याद दिला दूं कि ये संजू वर्मा या बीजेपी या आरएसएस नहीं, यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने कहा है कि दुनिया की 10 सबसे बड़ी आतंकी संगठनों में से 9 संगठनें रेडिकल इस्लामिस्ट हैं। चाहे अलकायदा की बात करिए, आईएसआईएस की बात करिए, बोको हराम की बात करिए, लश्कर तोयबा की बात करिए, जमात-उद-दावा की बात करिए, जैश-ए मोहम्मद की बात करिए, ये सब इस्लामिक संगठनें हैं। अलकायदा इस्लामिक संगठन है या नहीं?
नहीं है।
लश्कर तोयबा इस्लामिक संगठन है या नहीं?
इस्लामिस्ट कह रही है।
बोको हराम इस्लामिक संगठन है या नहीं? जमात-उद-दावा इस्लामिक संगठन है या नहीं? जैश-ए मोहम्मद
ये जो आपके यहाँ इस्लाम की डिफिनेशन होगी उस हिसाब से होगा आरएसएस की। ये आरएसएस के इस्लाम की डिफिनेशन में इस्लामिक संगठन आते होंगे।
चश्मा उतारिए, या तो अपने चश्मे का नंबर चेंज करिए। चश्मा उतारिए तब आप।
अरे सरकार आपकी ये केस रीओपन कीजिए, सरकार आपकी है, केस रीओपन कीजिए।
टू ह्यूमैनिटी ये यूनाइटेड नेशन
चैनल पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन से कुछ नहीं होगा, री इन्वेस्टिगेशन करवाइए, सरकार आपकी है। अगर जिसके साथ अन्याय हुआ है न्याय दिलाइए, चैनल पे बखान करने से नहीं होगा, नफरत फैलाने से नहीं होगा। जिनका हक है हमारे भाई
इस मुद्दे पर, जिस मुद्दे पर नेशनल मीडिया में चुप्पी साधी हुई है,
मैंने तो फाइल खोल दी है। देखिए हाजी साहब मैं आपको बता दूं। देखिए आप ठीक कह रहे हैं भाई। हम कौन होते हैं हाजी साहब? हमारा क्या प्रभाव है? हम उतने प्रभावशाली है ही नहीं, ना हमने कभी दावा किया है कि हमारे चैनल इतनी प्रभावशाली है। हम एक छोटा सा चैनल, एक छोटा सा नेटवर्क चलाते हैं। मगर मैं कह रहा हूं आपको, आप बुरा न माने हाजी साहब, तला अमीर साहब, ये रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क ने ये फाइल खोल दी है, अब बाकी खुलेगी, सच्चाई आएगी। समीर कुलकर्णी हमारे साथ है आज, समीर कुलकर्णी हमारा, और मुझे पता है जितने नफरत फैलाने वाले लोग हैं वो हमको टारगेट करेंगे। नफरत फैलाने वाले लोग हमको टारगेट करेंगे, मुझे पता है। नफरत फैलाने वाले लोग हमें टारगेट करेंगे, हमें पता है।
आप इतना बगला क्यों गए हैं?
You are spreading hatred.
हम तो डिमांड कर रहे हैं, हम तो अपने मजलूम भाइयों के साथ खड़े होकर आपसे डिमांड कर रहे हैं, केस को रीओपन कीजिए।
रेडिकल इस्लामिस्ट टेरर एक सच्चाई है।
अच्छा नाउ समीर कुलकर्णी हमारे साथ है। समीर कुलकर्णी, कैन यू हियर मी? समीर कुलकर्णी जी, मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको? एक मिनट समीर कुलकर्णी जी, इस वक्त ये बताइए, क्योंकि मुझे कहा जाता है कि आप हर दिन कोर्ट जाते हैं, हर बार कोर्ट जाते हैं, आप पिछले कितने सालों से कोर्ट जा रहे हैं, आप एक भी हियरिंग मिस नहीं करते। जो ये मालेगांव केस है, इसमें 29 विटनेस हॉस्टाइल हो चुके हैं। एनआईए कोर्ट ने कहा कि मकोका के चार्जेस को ड्रॉप कर दीजिए। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि कोई एविडेंस नहीं है कर्नल पुरोहित और साध्वी प्रज्ञा को मकोका के अंडर में चार्ज करने के लिए। कर्नल श्रीकांत पुरोहित आर्मी यूनिट ज्वाइन कर चुके हैं 9 सालों के बाद, 2017 में, आज आर्मी में वो हैं। और विटनेस ने कहा है कि एटीएस ने उनको फोर्स किया था कि किसी तरह से योगी आदित्यनाथ को या आरएसएस के नेताओं को इंप्लीकेट कर दो। ये सारी सच्चाई सामने आ चुकी है। तो केस की अभी सिचुएशन क्या है? केस इतने सारे तथ्य सामने आ चुके हैं, तो केस बंद क्यों नहीं हुआ है अब तक? ये किस पॉइंट पे है?
सर, ये निर्दोष भारतीय नागरिक होने के नाते और ईच एंड एवरी डेट को मैं स्पेशल एनआई कोर्ट में जाता हूं, तो मैं इस केस का जो आज के डेट का फैक्ट है वो बताने की कोशिश करता हूं। इस केस के अंदर 12 आरोपी को इलीगल तरीके से अरेस्ट किया, 12 को इलीगल तरीके से टॉर्चर किया गया, इलीगल कस्टडी में रखा गया। जैसे ही अरेस्ट किया गया वैसे ही सभी के सभी आरोपी निर्दोष थे, इसलिए उन्होंने इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसी को सपोर्ट किया। नार्को टेस्ट के लिए, पॉलीग्राफ टेस्ट के लिए, ब्रेन मैपिंग टेस्ट के लिए पहले ही दिन नो ऑब्जेक्शन दिया गया, वकील किया नहीं, क्योंकि सभी के सभी निर्दोष थे। ये सही है कि नार्को टेस्ट का आज के डेट पे लीगल उतना महत्व नहीं है, लेकिन सच्चाई उसी दिन 2008 में एटीएस को पता चल चुकी थी, क्योंकि ये जो सभी के सभी आरोपी थे ये राष्ट्रभक्त थे, इनकी आचार विचार से एटीएस परिचित थी, लेकिन तो भी नार्को रिपोर्ट, ब्रेन मैपिंग रिपोर्ट और पॉलीग्राफ रिपोर्ट यह कोर्ट के अंदर सबमिट नहीं किया गया, क्योंकि दुनिया को और न्यायालय को सच्चाई ना पता चले। सर 286 लिस्टेड आज तक हो चुका है, केवल 286 लिस्टेड के तौर पे सबमिट किया जाता है। मटेरियल एविडेंस क्या कहता है? मटेरियल एविडेंस ने क्लियरली ये शो किया है फॉरेंसिक रिपोर्ट में कि अमोनियम नाइट्रेट के ट्रेसेस वो एलएमएल गाड़ी में फाइंड किए गए थे, जो रजिस्टर्ड थी साध्वी प्रज्ञा के नाम पे। अब आप कहेंगे वो एलएमएल व्हीकल ही नहीं था, वो रजिस्ट्रेशन ही नहीं था, वो अमोनियम नाइट्रेट का स्ट्रेस नहीं था। नार्को एनालिसिस का जो रिपोर्ट है वो केवल एक कोरोबोरेटिव एविडेंस है। मटेरियल एविडेंस ऑन फैक्ट एंड ऑन रिकॉर्ड हैव बीन सबमिटेड। एंड सेकेंडली, अगर आप परमवीर सिंह जी की बात कर रहे हैं, अरे वो तो समधी है बीजेपी नेता के, वो किस तरह से वही एंटी राइटिस्ट हो गए? आप जो यहाँ पर तथ्य सामने पेश कर रहे हैं, मटेरियल एविडेंस पेश कर रहे हैं, उनकी बात कीजिए। अब आप मुझे बताइए, वो एलएमएल गाड़ी थी, क्या वो रजिस्टर्ड नहीं थी प्रज्ञा के नाम पे? इसका जवाब दीजिए।
अभिनव भारत के प्रेसिडेंट मिलिंद जोशी राव जवाब दे रहे हैं। मिलिंद जोशी राव जवाब दे रहे हैं। ताला, आप एक मिनट उनकी बात सुनिए।
मटेरियल एविडेंस के बारे में बताता हूं भाई साहब। ये आपको अगर पता नहीं है तो आप कोर्ट पे जाके पता करिए कि सुधाकर चतुर्वेदी के घर में आरडीएक्स प्लांट किया गया था। एक कोर्ट ऑफ इंक्वायरी चली थी आर्मी की तरफ से, उसमें ये एस्टैब्लिश हो गया था कि
एलएमएल गाड़ी की
बात सुनिए। डोंट इंटरप्ट लोकेश जिंदल, लोकेश जिंदल इंटरप्ट मत कीजिए, मुझे सुनना है, लोग सुनना चाहते हैं। बोलने दीजिए मिलिंद को बोलने दे। आप मिलिंद को बोलने दे प्लीज। वॉल्यूम कम, एक मिनट। मिलिंद को बोलिए। मिलिंद को बोलने नहीं दिया जा रहा दोस्तों, इस चैनल में मिलिंद को रोका जा रहा है
कि चतुर्वेदी के घर में आरडीएक्स प्लांट किया गया था। उसके दूसरे दिन फोरेंसिक की टीम आई थी और उसका टेस्ट किया गया था रूम का, और ट्रेसेस पाए गए थे। ये आर्मी के कोर्ट ऑफ इंक्वायरी में बाहर आई हुई चीज है, और ये सिविल कोर्ट में भी इसका डिपोजिशन हो चुका है। आपको मटेरियल एविडेंसेस अगर चाहिए तो वो जो एलएमएल आप बात कर रहे हैं ना, वो एलएमएल साध्वी जी ने बहुत पहले अपने किसी अनुयायी को दे दी थी, बेच दी थी, उसके पेपर वर्क नहीं बने थे। ये सब आप जो कोर्ट में
देखिए लोकेश जी आप बेकार में स्ट्रेस ले रहे हैं। लोकेश जी मेरी बात सुनिए। एक मिनट मिलिंद, एक मिनट रुक जाइए। लोकेश से बात कर। लोकेश देखो, लोकेश देखिए, एमआर हमारे साथ है ना, बिल्कुल शांत है, सात्विक टाइप के व्यक्ति हैं वैसे भी, और बिल्कुल शांत हैं। आप स्ट्रेस मत लीजिए, पूरे केस का पर्दाफाश होगा, पूरे केस का पर्दाफाश होगा, और जिन्होंने ये पॉलिटिकल कंस्पिरेसी की है इनको जेल भेजेंगे, उनको तलोजा भेजेंगे हम।
डरते नहीं है हम।
जिसने ये केस में इन्वॉल्व है सबको तलोजा भेजेंगे हम।
डर नहीं लगता है
कैसे? Why are you reporting the facts, Arnab? The nation wants to know this.
What facts? No, 1 minute. You use my line. What facts? I want Shawan on the case. Shawan will come in to anchor this segment right now. Shawan in the middle, please. Shawan.
You want facts?
Shawan.
More facts coming
Yeah, he
out.
wants facts.
The National Investigation Agency on that same narco side goes to the court. No, hear me out. You asked for facts. You asked for facts. No. You asked for facts. Hear me out. The fact is very clear. The fact here is that they have basically said NIA goes to the court and they say that we will not rely upon the material, upon the CD material of the narco analysis done by the ATS. When they were asked to produce, when the court asked the NIA, do you have the CD? Do you hear me out? No. The point here is you are talking about material evidence versus corroborative evidence. The fact here is that why did you want to go in the first place want to go for a narco analysis? You wanted to go for a narco analysis. The report comes and then you don't want to. Lokesh, you don't want to respond to it.
Or other forms of polygraph tests. So let me tell you, they are simply used as corroborative evidence to support the material evidence.
Oh, he's going like a broken record.
What you are doing is
he's going like a broken record. See, understand
entire
this.
investigation
No,
one second, Lokesh, why don't you hear MR is
hear each other. No, you're right. Let both sides have their say, Shawan.
And corroborate material evidence to that.
Let there be a counter investigation and let there be the investigation on Digvijay Singh. Let it be on Chidambaram. Let it be on Manmohan Singh as to how this whole thing happened. Because these type of things don't happen at the sub-inspector level. Because this was being targeted at Hindutva. Terrorist was being created in the Home Ministry and it was done to counterbalance this monkey balancing must stop. And Congress was involved in this monkey balancing.
Lokesh. MR, it's difficult to hear you. I just want to look at the politics of it. If you give me 1 minute and you promise not to speak, because when I'm speaking, I don't want to be disturbed anymore, and please understand it's the 4th night of the week and I am beginning to get impatient and I think I deserve a chance to say something. Now listen to me, Sanju and Lokesh. You used it politically is my allegation against you. 181 days after Colonel Purohit, right, was named as a key conspirator, a little boy went to the US ambassador and said, Mr. Ambassador, do you know what the biggest threat to this country is? And the US ambassador said, tell me. And he says, Mr. Ambassador, radicalized Hindu groups are the biggest threat in this country. Who was this little boy?
I know who that little boy is.
The same little boy who doesn't know the history of
He walked 1500 kilometers for the sake of this country.
That little boy never seems to grow up.
Little boy's already walked 1500 kilometers, for the sake of this country. भारत को तोड़ रहे हो, ये फर्क है.
Is today involved in Bharat Toro Yatra. This little boy is involved in Bharat Toro Yatra. This little boy is a psychopath. He lies repeatedly. He lies without reason. And he is the master when it comes to losing elections.
The little boy,
his party has lost.
The little boy also has a tutor. No, 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Sanju, a minute. Sanju, Lokesh Jindal, let me tell you more because I feel there's a political conspiracy on a serious note. I'll tell you what.
This little boy's sister said, "Ladki ho, lad sakti ho." Ladki ho, lad sakti ho got 2 seats in Uttar Pradesh. Ladki ho, lad sakti ho got 2 seats. Chillao.
And whom you are projecting as a hero. He's there ahead than all. We are proud of Rahul Gandhi. And we are proud that Rahul Gandhi is there to save this nation. And we are proud that Rahul Gandhi is walking in order to save this country. And he will save this country.
Are you also proud? 1 minute. Are you 1 minute? Sanju, 1 minute. I have MR and Talha. Are you also proud of the fact? Are you also proud of the fact that 1 minute, MR, Samir Kulkarni wants to say something. Ladies and gentlemen, Samir Kulkarni. Yes, please, Samir. Mr. Kulkarni, yeah, please. Mr. Kulkarni.
सर जी, आज तक स्पेशल एनआई कोर्ट में 286 साक्ष्य का रिकॉर्ड हुआ है, उसमें से 30 के आसपास विटनेस हॉस्टाइल हुए हैं और 15 साल हो चुके हैं सर जी। एक भी विटनेस में एक भी आरोपी के खिलाफ एक लफ्ज भी नहीं बोला है सर जी। सभी के सभी आरोपी जमानत के ऊपर है। जो 12 आरोपियों को पकड़ा गया था उसमें से 5 आरोपी ट्रायल छोड़ा गया सर जी। एफसीओसी का सैंक्शन नहीं था, यूएसए का सैंक्शन नहीं था, 164 स्टेटमेंट फैब्रिकेट किया गया।
15 साल होने के बाद भी गवाही क्यों नहीं हुई? 224 से ज्यादा विटनेसेस हैं इस केस में, अभी तक किसके दबाव में गवाही?
समीर
2-2 4
सरकार तो 2014 में बदली है सर जी।
क्यों हाईकोर्ट
और 2014 से पहले अगर इस मुकदमे में कोई साक्ष्य थे, अगर एविडेंस था, तो क्यों नहीं मुकदमा समाप्त किया? 26/11 का मुकदमा समाप्त होता है, लेकिन यह मुकदमा क्यों नहीं समाप्त हुआ? केवल मालेगांव 2008 का ही सर समझौता ब्लास्ट में इनोसेंट हिंदुओं को लटकाया, अजमेर शरीफ ब्लास्ट में लटकाया,
क्यों गवाही शुरू हो रही है?
मक्का मस्जिद ब्लास्ट में लटकाया,
जब सैयद है कोतवाल
परिवारों का जीवन बर्बाद किया कांग्रेस ने सर केवल और केवल हिंदू दहशतवाद और भगवा आतंकवाद की फेरी चलाने के लिए।
I'll make one more point. In the समझौता केस, जिस समझौता केस के बारे में आप बोल रहे हैं समीर जी, जिस समझौता केस के बारे में आप बोल रहे हैं, उसमें मैं आपको कहना चाहता हूं कि 29 मार्च 2019 को, वॉल्यूम कम कीजिए प्लीज, 29 मार्च 2019 को एनआईए कोर्ट पंचकुला में उन्होंने स्वामी
पकड़े गए।
वॉल्यूम कम।
तो आखिर ब्लास्ट किया किसने?
अरे भाई आप सुन,
इसका सवाल है कि नहीं?
Who actually did the blast as per the NIA?
I'll tell you, if you allow me, I'll tell you. If you allow me, I'll tell you. In 2019, the NIA court in Panchkula, volume down, acquitted Swami Wasimanand and 3 others. It said there were gaping holes in the investigation. The judge spoke of the identification parade, which according to him, court might have given some vital clue about the real culprits involved in the crime. However, the same has not been done for reasons best known for the investigating agency, which means the then investigating agency wanted to protect the real culprits of the crime and create this false Hindu terror theory.
Tell me why was it being done?
Why? You asked Digvijay Singh, because Digvijay Singh says 26/11 RSS की साजिश। दिग्विजय सिंह कहते हैं 26/11 RSS की साजिश थी।
Suddenly in 2002, Gujarat riot, the Prime Minister is given clean sheet. Bilkis Bano rapists, they are being released out of the prison. And now what? Saadvi Pragya to be stamped out clean from what constitution? It is simply a mockery of justice that is happening in this country right now.
I refuse to speak.
They don't know anything about law.
Thank you. You had your say, Sanju. And then I'll give a last word to Alisha tonight. Yeah, Sanju.
And trying to create.
No, I refuse to speak unless I'm given time. I will not engage in a fisticuff with him. This is not done. I need to make an important point. If you will have me, let me make an important point. Your audience needs to know, Arnab. There is one panelist who said that Saadvi Pragya's motorcycle was involved in the blast. Now, when did the blast occur? It occurred on 29th September 2008. And Saadvi Pragya is on record saying that 4 years back, on August 14th, 2004, she had already sold her motorcycle. तो भैया 4 साल पहले मोटरसाइकिल साध्वी प्रज्ञा ने बेच दिया था, और what grounds are you using as the motorcycle that she once owned and which was the key protagonist in this entire controversy to justify your case?
No, this and many other points will have to be looked at. Alisha, last word to Alisha. Alisha, you get a feeling.
RBS money is on record to say that the entire bogey of Saffron terror was actually concocted by P.
Last word here to Alisha. I'll give Alisha the last word. Sanju, please. Alisha, do you get the feeling that with so much information now coming out, this case is going towards closure?
Well, Arnab, it's also very interesting to know that there are more 102 statements, the witness statement that has to be come forward before the court.
But that'll take a long time.
So, yes. And moreover, there could be possibility more people, the more witness, they are going to turn hostile. Because the statement that has been recorded by the ATS back then in 2008, and there are more than like 29 witnesses which has turned hostile. So it's a clear cut, and many of the statements which has come across clearly mentioning we have never recorded the statement before the 80s.
I think this kind of case cannot be kept in cold storage for a long time. It should not. It should not, viewers. Now, viewers of Republic, this is the start of our investigation. It's only the start. I truly hope the Malegaon lie gets exposed and this Hindu terror bogey is put in the dustbin once and for all. And I shall see you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta, and Amity University.
Commenting on the possibility of price cap on Russian oil, Union Petroleum and Union Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri stated that the government doesn't feel any pressure at the moment and that the markets will deal with the logistics if the situation arises.
At a time when international petrol and diesel prices were shooting up in the world, North America, they'd gone up by 43%, 46%. In India, they only went up by 2%. Okay. Now, hopefully international prices, they're not down yet. Yesterday, they were above 90. Today, the Indian basket is 88. So what have we done? We've diversified our supplies. You can get it cheaper somewhere, they'll get it. As a result of the gradation of the suppliers has also changed a little. But it's a dynamic situation.
In a tragic accident, 8 people were killed when an SUV skidded off the road and fell into a deep gorge in the Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir yesterday evening. According to the Jammu and Kashmir police, the incident had taken place at around 5:30 p.m. in Marwa area of Kishtwar district. Union Minister Jitendra Singh expressed his condolences over the loss of lives. He also assured that all possible assistance was being provided. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A massive fire broke out in Jamia Masjid in the Dras area of Ladakh on Wednesday. The fire was brought under control with the help of the army, police, fire and emergency department, although the mosque was heavily damaged by the fire. Watch how the fire engulfed the entire compound of Jamia Masjid Mosque. According to the locals, while they were waiting for the fire officials to come, they helped the army to douse the fire. Dras is a sensitive region, but what is more unfortunate is that there is no single fire service station. Such incidents have happened in past also, but UT administration has not learnt anything. Meanwhile, more details for the same.